The blue? Oh.
Yes, Professor Valentina Ballas ma'am, get my pleasure to be part of such beautiful gathering. So without further ado, I invite Dr. Ruchita to take the stage for the floral felicitation of our distinguished guest. Please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Life is like a bud. It always draws to bloom like a flower. So for all the blooming flowers in the August gathering, here we would like to welcome them with their natural counterparts. So I request Shri Amit Agarwal sir, our Vice Chairperson sir, to please welcome our Chief Guest, Professor Valentina Amelia Ballas. So this welcome includes a floral welcome, a sapling rather, a safa, which is our tradition, the Rajasthani tradition, and a shawl, a token of honor. Thank you, sir.
सर को खुशी को देखा प्रेसिडेंट सर को लगाएंगे खुशी
I now request our President Sir, Professor Victor Gandhi Sir, to please present the welcome to our guest of honor, Professor Yang Yun Joseph Kim. Thank you so much, sir. I will now request our Dean Engineering, Professor Naveen Hengrijani, to please welcome our Vice Chairperson, Shri Amit, sir.
मेरे यहाँ से एंड करेगा
Thank you so much, sir. Next, in line, I will request Professor Vivekanand Sir, Dean Academics, to please welcome Dr. Ajay, who is the Thank you, Pankaj sir. A humble request to Dr. Ajay to please welcome Professor Andrea Mata, our keynote speaker. Next, I request Professor Ram Ratan sir, our Pro-President, to please welcome Thank you, sir. I will now request Dr. Manish Jain, Deputy Registrar, to please welcome Dr. Rajesh Goel, who is going to take going to receive the welcome on behalf of Dr. General Gulab Singh Rawat, CEO Jecrc, also our sponsors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in the gesture of respect and admiration. So, moving forward with the proceedings, it is my great privilege to invite a luminary who has been the backbone of this entire event. Sir is a distinguished professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at School of Engineering, Jecrc University, with staggering 70 plus research papers in HCI Scopus, 20 patents, and a notable 15 plus books in prestigious publishing houses such as CRC Press, Taylor and Francis, Elsewhere, and Willett. He is a prolific contributor to the academic community. He is a living testament to the spirit of academia and research. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the driving force behind this extraordinary event and the organizer par excellence, Ms. Dr. Jecrc. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief guest of this inaugural ceremony, Professor Valentina Emilia Blas from Romania, University of Art. Guest of honor, Professor Kyung Yun Joseph Kim from Wayne State University, Michigan, USA. Our guest of honor, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Jecrc University, Sri Amit Agarwal Sir. Honorable President, Jecrc University, Professor Victor Gambhir Sir. Our keynote speakers, Professor Andrea Mata from Italy, Professor Tamer Ali from Saudi Arabia, Dr. Ajit Behra from NIT Rourkela, Dr. Dipen Rajak from scientist from CSIR, Dr. Mario from Linzel Windows, Dr. Rajesh Goel from UNO Minda, all session chairs, participants, and all the delegates present here, very good morning to all of you. On behalf of organizing committee and as a conference chair and convener, welcome to the Jecrc University. The august audience sitting here will support me if I say that the future cannot be imagined without the three words: artificial intelligence, materials, and mechatronic systems. Everyone has to deal with the machines and systems in our daily life which are related to AI, materials, and mechatronic systems. The conference is being organized by the School of Engineering and Technology, Jecrc University, Jaipur, and it has brought together the researchers, academicians, industrialists, and experts from all over the world to share their latest findings and insights in these rapidly evolving fields. The idea of this conference was conceptualized before 1 year, and today we all are sitting here. The title and logo of this international conference is now registered as an intellectual property of Jecrc University, Jaipur, India. This conference have 5 tracks: artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing and industrial engineering, advanced materials, mechatronic systems, smart and electrical vehicles. With a wonderful team and guidance from our honorable management, it's a pleasure for me to announce that in this 2 days international conference, we received total 410 plus research articles from all over the globe. And after peer review process, we have accepted 244 papers for the presentations, which will be presented in this 2 days event. And I am very proudly announcing that total 450 plus reviewers who are experts in their domain, they participated in this peer review process, who selected these high quality papers which will be presented and then published further. In this 2 days program, total 244 presentations will be there from 7 countries: Algeria, Fiji, Saudi Arabia, France, USA, Russia and India. 21 states of India and more than 500 universities and institutions from the globe. Out of these 244 papers, 90 papers will be presented in this 2 days event in offline mode in 10 sessions. Today on 3rd November, 6 sessions will be organized, and tomorrow on 4th November, 4 sessions will be conducted. Total 154 papers out of these 244 papers will be presented in online mode. Participants who couldn't join due to some emergencies, so they will be presenting their paper in online mode in 15 different sessions. Out of these 15 sessions, 10 sessions will be conducted today on 3rd November and 5 sessions will be conducted tomorrow on 4th November. It's a pleasure for the team of AIAMMS 2023 that total keynote speakers in this conference from 11 countries are participating, and there are 22 keynote speakers from all over the globe, out of which 12 will be presenting their keynote talks in offline mode and 10 will be joining this conference in online mode. Out of India, we have 13 renowned speakers from 10 different countries, in which 5 will be joining us in offline mode. From Romania, Professor Valentina is sitting on the dais. Professor Kim from USA, he is guest of honor. Professor Andrea from Italy, Professor Tamer from Saudi Arabia, and Professor Velafi will be joining tomorrow from South Africa. And 8 speakers will be delivering their keynote talks in online mode from France, UK, USA, Canada, Slovakia and Saudi Arabia. And 9 renowned keynote speakers and scientists will be delivering their talk from India. Total 35 sessions chairs will be participating in this 2 days event from renowned institutions and universities. This conference was proudly sponsored by Lingel Windows. Dr. Mario is sitting here. Please give him a big round of applause. C-Trans Agencies and IEEE Photonic Society. The conference proceedings of this conference will be published in the proceedings and journals of reputed international publishers, Springers, elsewhere, Taylor and Francis, AIP, Transtech publications, which are indexed in Scopus and Web of Science database. Selected high quality paper will also be published further in SCI and Scopus indexed reputed journals. I am confident that this conference will be a productive and informative event, and I encourage you to participate in all keynote talks and technical sessions of presentations and networking opportunities that are available amongst you. I hope you have a wonderful time in this conference, and I really look forward hearing about your insights and discoveries. I would like to mention that we have reached here due to the great leadership of Jecrc University and mentorship and wonderful support from Honorable Vice Chairpersons Sri Amit Agarwal Sir, Sri Arpit Agarwal Sir, Honorable President Professor Victor Gambhir Sir, Director Digital Strategy Sri Dhimant Agarwal, and Dean Engineering Professor Naveen Hemrazani, and all the authorities sitting here. Please give a big round of applause for everyone on the dais and off the dais. So without taking much time, I welcome you all, and I hope you will be enjoying this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such warm reception and generously sharing the profound insights about the event. Now, as we progress to this day, I am honored to one who does not need any introduction, the visionary leader who guides our institution towards excellence in education and research. Our esteemed President, Sir, Professor Victor Gambhir, Sir. Sir is one of the strongest pillars of Jecrc University and has successfully completed more than many projects worth more than 150 crores. He has handled a plethora of work related to academics and development, including establishment of new institutions, starting new courses, curriculum development, and so on. So without further ado, may I please welcome Professor Victor Gambhir sir to kindly take the podium. Please.
Thanks, thank you very much. Very good morning. Sabhi ko namaskar. It is my privilege to extend warm welcome to dignitaries, Chief Guest Professor Valentina Emila Balas from Romania, Guest of Honor Professor Kyong Yun Joseph Kim from US, our Honorable Vice Chairperson Shri Amit Agarwal, Conference Chair Dr. Ajay, who is on the dais, Professor Andrew Mota from Italy, Professor Tamer Ali from Saudi Arabia, Dr. Ajit Behra from NIT Rourkela, Dr. Dilip Kumar Rajak from CASR Bhopal, Dr. Mario from Linjal, Dr. Rajesh Goyal from Pune, and all the keynote speakers who will be joining us shortly for today's and tomorrow's sessions. I also extend very warm welcome to all the delegates who will be making their presentation during these 2 days, as has been mentioned by Dr. Ajay, that we have 244 papers being presented in these 2 days, authored by professors and industry experts representing more than 500 universities, colleges, and industries. The conference comprising a diverse range of topics encompassing artificial intelligence and machine learning systems, robotics and automation, advanced manufacturing, mechatronic systems, and advanced materials, holds a very great promise. It provides a remarkable opportunity for us to share the latest advances in these fields, to cultivate collaborations among researchers hailing from academia as well as from industry. Furthermore, it serves as source of inspiration for emerging generation of engineers and scientists who look to us for guidance and mentorship. I am immensely proud to see Jecrc University Jaipur play host to an event of such a significance and majestic scale, and I offer my warmest wishes and heartfelt commendations to different organizers who have tirelessly worked in almost last 6 months to make this conference as a success. So without taking much time, I extend my warmest welcome to all the guests and to all the participants in this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I will request our Vice Chairperson, Shri Amit Agarwal sir, to please share his insightful words with all of us.
Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished guests on the dais, invited speakers and guests in this very important artificial intelligence, advanced materials and mechatronic system AIAMMS 2023. Young students who are present to witness the proceedings of this conference, my esteemed and dear colleagues at Jecrc University. This is one of a very unique event that I am fortunate to be witnessing and participating actually, that multiple faculties have come together to discuss about the various technologies and the amalgam of that and eventually the outcome of that. It's very heartening that a global contribution is being now seen more and more to make sure that we have newer and affordable technology coming out of such deliberations and discussions. And I am told more than 400 quality papers have been contributed and those have been vigorously screened. And I imagine only 224 papers have only been allowed. And I'm also told that they are going to make it a series of such conferences every year. So Ajay ji, Naveen ji, I particularly congratulate you for putting in and I actually didn't know that it takes about a year's hard work. I've been sitting comfortably in my chambers and being invited to be on the dais without contributing anything. So thank you very much, guys. But it's a real pleasure to host you all, especially and to the beautiful lands of Rajasthan and Jaipur. One of our esteemed guests has visited Rajasthan. Rather, two of them have visited first time. But I can assure you that this is not going to be your last time. We will be your host for any of the moment and days that you plan to be in Rajasthan and in Jaipur. My very dear guests who have arrived from different parts of our country are also very, very welcome. And please consider Jecrc your home whenever you visualize, think about or discuss Jaipur. Consider this university your home. And if we could be of any academic help or personal or family help, it will be a pleasure to meet you all. A very small request that I would want to make on behalf of the community in general, that whenever such august settings are presented, august gatherings, and they sit together to discuss future developments, kindly also discuss the economics of that technology. Kindly also see how economical and how accessible that we can make those technologies. I do understand that there are large proportions of money to put together some great research, but at the same time, if we could discuss the management of financial side of it, how fast we can prototype and deliver that technology, and how economically and how accessible that we can make available those technologies. I understand that will be the real outcome in the newer world, which is much more connected, which is much more nearer to each other. I have been working in education for about 25 years, and I have seen in the gone by decades, unfortunately, the technological advancements and academic papers restricting themselves to being presented in conferences only and getting published, of course, in reputed journals. But more and more that I see those things being made applicable on the ground and being made more accessible, especially to the poor strata. I understand that this conference will work as a catalyst, and this important and small point, when all luminaries discuss their papers and understanding of the subject, they will also be able to take care. I am tempted to speak more at length, but I understand the limitation of time. I once again extend a very hearty welcome to each one of you and look forward to spend next 2 days with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It is always a pleasure to listen to sir because he always opens some new avenue for all of us, as he did just now. Thank you, sir. So moving on to our sponsors, but before inviting them to speak, I would like to tell you a little bit about them. So our first sponsors are Lingel Windows. So Carl Lingel Fantasia GmbH and Company KG, established in 1959 in Elswangen, Germany. It boasts about 6 decades of expertise in fenestration, making it one of Europe's foremost manufacturers of top quality doors and windows. And it made its entry into the Indian market in 2006 with its headquarters in Rewari, Haryana. Lingel's sprawling 125,000 square feet facility has a remarkable production capacity of 10,000 units per month, offering a comprehensive range of fenestration solutions including aluminum 6.0, aluminum thermal break, so on and so forth. So they were the pioneers in innovation. Lingel introduced smart Wi-Fi operated windows and offers niche products such as glass conservatories, etc. So I would now request Dr. Skemet from there to please address all of us. Dr. Skemet has been the Managing Director of Lingel Windows and Doors Technologies since 2006. He is also Company Director of Fentus Bureau Lingel Germany GmbH. He has helped launch various new products, of them being the Wi-Fi operated smart windows. Dr. Mario is the President of UPVC Windows and Doors Manufacturers Association and works closely with Indian government bodies like BIS, BEE, so on and so forth. So I request sir to please come upon the dais and address all of us.
Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning, students. Honorable guest speaker. It's a real privilege for me being over here, and what the introduction just said, yes, I'm in India since the year 2006. I had the privilege of coming in December 2006 for the first time to the city of Jaipur, and since this point of time, I'm coming frequently. Talking about the amazing conference and so many speakers, I'm still overwhelmed and making this in a year, of course, and from across the world, getting everyone in. Also, everyone can be really happy, privileged what is going to happen in the next 2 days. And for all of you, for the students, your take home is important. Don't take it just as an activity. We are going into the sessions and what outcome I want to take, and don't hesitate of asking. Talking about my product for sustainable-advanced material. When I entered in India in 2006, the product of a new PVC window wasn't really available. So now, 17, 18 years later, we have 6,000 fabricators across the country. And yes, I'm the president of the Industry Association for Doors and Windows over here in India. And seeing that the journey started, where we are, and we are just a long way to go. Like conferences like today, when we talk about innovation, new products, economics, how to put it in place, it is very important that you try to get into some associations with friends or get connected to the industry. Important, every innovation needs somehow standardization. In 2006-07, when I came, this association of our product wasn't available. So we catched few industry friends and we started. Today we have 200 plus members, and rightly said, we are associated with all the government bodies. On the Bureau of Indian Standard, we could make an innovative product on the ground that test methods are defined and it is produced in the right way so that the right product is going to come to all the customers. And very important for your innovation, where you are going to go out, we need to fix a problem. Like in India, we have less natural resources of trees, of forests. That's why UPVC is a good alternative. And especially when the product is innovated and found from the recycling. Once the lifetime of a product is over, from this point of time, we should start the innovation. Lifetime is over, I can recycle it again. It doesn't go anywhere to a dump yard or anywhere. It has to go back to the value chain and I can make new windows out of it. And this is what the future is. Of course, we have limited resources on this planet. We have huge opportunities of developments here in the country. And whatever you are going to do in your future career, or even now during your time here at the campus, whatever research you do, please don't forget the component of sustainability. And yes, rightly said, economics, so that the products which you are putting in place are economical and going to have an advantage for the country as well as solving a problem. When I came in 2006, our product of UPVC windows had a market share maybe of 1%. Today we are reaching a market share of maybe 25 or 30%. Why? Because it is very economical and it is very advanced, very easy to produce and very friendly that I have hardly any maintenance. So you should see first there's a problem, start your research over there, and in the next 2 days when you are here, having the best speaker of the world around you, kindly don't hesitate to ask and question that you say, yes, there was something. My email ID, I think, is there with the university. Anyone can connect with me over LinkedIn or any of the other channels. I would be really, really happy of guiding, questioning, or being interactive with you even after the event. I wish all of you really cool 2 days with a maximum outcome, and thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was just an indeed pleasure to hear such energetic words from your side. Thank you once again. Now, moving forward, in the symphony of this occasion, as we collectively authors the chapter of First International Conference on Artificial Intelligence, Advanced Materials and Mechatronic Systems, there is a page yet to be turned. A page that encapsulates the spirit, the learnings and the sheer brilliance of this conference. To unfold the pages of endeavors, may I request Tamer Ali sir, Andrea Mata sir, Naveen sir, Professor Ram Ratan sir, to please join everyone on the dais for the symbolic act of unveiling. Ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause, let us witness this moment of significance. Please wait. Let us continue clapping, everyone.
Thank you so much, sirs and ma'am. So now I will be introducing our guest of honor, Professor Young Yun Joseph Kim, and then I will request sir to please address all of us. So sir is a professor in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at Wayne State University, where he directs the Computational Intelligence and Design Informatics Laboratory. Dr. Kim's research focuses on design science, design informatics, semantic assembly design, and a lot more. Dr. Kim is a leading researcher in assembly modeling with formal ontology theory and data-driven weldability prediction that improves product design efficiency. Dr. Kim's research has been strongly supported by external funding agencies from several US federal agencies including NSF, NIST, NIDRR, so on and so forth. Currently, sir is the director of the Smart Manufacturing Demonstration Center and the site director for the NSF Industry and University Cooperative Research Center for Design. Dr. Kim has published over 100 top journal papers and conference papers in proceedings and numerous technical reports and presentations. Dr. Kim received the Top Cited Article Award 2005 to 2010 from journal CAD and the 2003 IIE Transactions Best Paper Award. One of his articles was selected as Classics in Manufacturing and Machinery by Google Scholar. Dr. Kim served as the General Chair of FAIM 2022. I request sir to please address all of us. It's an honor to have you with us, sir.
Thank you for kind introduction. Dear colleagues and the friends, thank you for hosting me, and it's a great honor to be here. As mentioned, I was the general chair of the FAME conference, Flexible Automation and Intelligence Manufacturing Conference. I think that's one of the oldest manufacturing systems related conference. So I know how hard and time consuming to host such international conference. You mentioned 2-year commitment. No, actually, I don't think so. It's a 3 or 4 year commitment. After this event is not over, still we have to support papers and so on. It's a great commitment. So when I heard about this conference first time, I received the invitation from Dr. Ajay. I just looked at the title, AI and advanced material and the mechatronic system. To me, mechatronic system inspired me automation. Wow, so this is what I've been doing, and this is great combination. So I was very, very excited to hear about this first AIAMMS conference. And also when I look at this hosting company, Jecrc, the university, and I look up their website, and I was able to sense that vision. And also personally, I kind of sense that heart of the founder, Honorable Mr. Amit Agrawal, and I kind of sense that heart to the new generation, young generation. And I had a brief discussion and this morning, and I kind of sensed that his heart about the education system. So yes, why not? So I accept with honor and to Dr. Ajay's invitation. And I now know there was a good decision made. And I really impressed this university and also location. So then I really want to congratulate all the hosting organization committee, congratulate to this great success. Then I know this is not just can be done by the organizing committee. This is really university college effort. So I'm sure the university as a whole supporting this event greatly, and I can tell this is great success. So I especially thankful the Honorable Mr. Amit Agrawal, and also Professor Dr. Gambier, and also Dean Abin Hamarjani, and Conference Chair Ajay Kumar. And I'm sure there are many, many hands and supporting, and the great students are very impressed, and you're the hospitality and trying to kind of approach to help us. So thank you so much and great success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kim sir. It was an honor to have you here, and we are pleased by your motivational words. Thank you once again. With a sense of anticipation and gratitude, let us move ahead to felicitate our distinguished guests for the ceremony. May I request respected Vice Chairperson Amit Agrawal sir to kindly step forward and present a token of gratitude to our esteemed Chief Guest, Professor Balasma. A big round of applause, everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. I request Honorable VC sir to present a memento to our guest of honor, Professor Kim. Thank you so much, sir. May I call upon the stage Shri Naveen Himrajani sir to honor Professor Entriamata sir with a memento. Thank you so much, Mata sir. Thank you so much, Naveen sir. I request Dr. Ajay sir, conference chair, to present a memento to our esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Tamir Ali. Thank you so much, Samir sir. Thank you so much, Ajay sir. Now I request Dr. Vivekanand sir to please come on the stage to felicitate Dr. Mario with a token of gratitude.
लाइव जा रहा है पेज में।
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I invite Dr. Manish Jain, sir, to present a memento to Dr. Rajesh Goyal.
Thank you, sirs. Before inviting our chief guest to address all of us, just a little bit of introduction. I'm sure the achievements of ma'am are much greater than what I can enlist here. So Valentina ma'am is currently full professor in the Department of Automatics and Applied Software at the Faculty of Engineering, University of Arad, Romania. She holds a PhD cum laude in Applied Electronics and Telecommunications from Polytechnic University of Timisoara. Dr. Balas is the author of more than 400 research papers in refereed journals and international conferences. Her research interests are in intelligent systems, fuzzy control, soft computing, smart sensors, information fusion, modeling and simulation. She is the editor-in-chief to International Journal of Advanced Intelligence Paradigms and to International Journal of Computational Systems Engineering. member in editorial board member of several national and international journals, and is evaluator expert for national, international projects and PhD thesis. Dr. Balas is the head of Intelligent Systems Research Center in Oriel University of Arar, head of the Department of International Relations in the same university. She served as General Chair in the International Workshop Soft Computing and Applications in 10 editions. Dr. Balas participated in many international conferences as organizer, honorary chair, session speaker, and a member in steering advisory or international program committees and keynote speaker. Recently, she was working on a national project with EU funding support, BioCell Nano Art, novel bio-inspired cellular nano architectures for digital integrated circuits. I am extremely honored to have you with us, sir, have you with us, ma'am. So kindly grace the dais.
Appreciation for the organizing committee for inviting me here in this important conference, this most wanted event in your university. My gratitude to the Mr. Amit Agarwal and also to Vice President Victor Gambier. Also to other senior professors here in this room, especially to Mr. Dean, who joined us yesterday in the evening, and much more thanks to my colleague and professor, Dr. Ajit Kumar. He had a long correspondence with me and convinced me to come here in this conference. Second, I want to extend my greetings to all participants here in this room, and I'm sure that you will acquire new knowledge. You will share by your presentations very nice applications, because the topic of the conference is so nice and it's a very hot topic. Together with our speakers that I congratulate also for participating, my colleague Professor Kim and Andrea from Italy and other speakers, they will share their knowledges together with us all, and we will try to advance for the benefit of humanity. I hope the presentation is here. So I consider important to introduce myself, my university and our system, just to know a few things about us. I will not insist too much, because I want to arrive to the second presentation where students will find new things, and I think they will like, and their professors will change the way of teaching. Also, it is true that this period of COVID changed our lives a lot, the way of our living, the way of our teaching, the way of our learning and communication. But online teaching will remain there, conferences online will be there also, because it's a great value to add to your knowledge. So I will introduce myself first. So just few things are here about university, about my country, and also I will introduce the possibility to work together with us over Erasmus project. So we have good memorandum of understanding with the different universities in India and also around the world, and professors are coming to us, students are spending also one semester to us. It's okay. So you can see our country in southeastern Europe, and my city Arad, near the Hungarian border and very near to Timișoara city. What is interesting is that area over the mountains that is called Transylvania, Dracula country, if you remember. And also our region down to the Danube from Arad, it's a region very rich and with a mixed population. Romanian, German, Hungarian, Croatian, Bulgarian, Serbian, and so on. Another interesting thing, Bucharest is our capital, but it's far from my city. It's 600 kilometers, but other 6 capitals are closer to our city. Few images, you can see the city hall, then Mureș River, the second river in Romania after the Danube, and in the middle of the city is an old fortress, more than 300 years old. Cultural palace. Also, we have here a Catholic cathedral, Orthodox cathedral, and again the city hall. Right side is the building of our university, an old building. The website of university, you can find a lot of information. This is the new building of our university, and also another building in front of the city hall we just received. You will discover 9 faculties, many master programs and PhD programs. What is interesting that we are working under Bologna systems, like each country in European Union. We have many specialties in the Faculty of Engineering, where I am belonging, and you can see mechanical engineering, automobiles, textiles, and automation, as I told you. Also food engineering and so on. Here it's about Erasmus program in Romania, and you can see two students, they came at the same time. It was 2019. It's a student from NIT Silchar, it's Hladinia Buvesh, and the other one, it's Malcolm from Taiwan. They were together in Romania, and I showed them many nice places in Romania. A famous place in the middle, you can see Târgu Jiu, where famous sculptor Constantin Brâncuș has his operas. Then during Easter, I showed them our traditions. Here it's another student who came 1 year ago. He came also from India, from Love University. And here there are professors from India, from NIT Silchar and Sikkim, the family of Professor Rajib Dey. We visited together Budapest University, other good connections, and down you can see after their speech and visiting the school where Nadia Comănici studied in Deva. Other professors from India who visited us, it's Sunil Karamchandani from Mumbai, then it's Amit Bhatt from Gujarat, then from Kalasalingam University, and down it's Amnan Chakrabarti from Kolkata University. And also they came many to visit us along conferences or this program. So a few things about my activity, but very fast. Here it's, I'm very proud on my PhD thesis. It's the signature of Professor Zadek from Berkeley. Some books that I prepare for students. So mainly I am teaching system theory, artificial intelligence of computing, discrete event systems, measurements, and transducers. Also a few books that I started to publish in Springer, other books, book chapters, and articles in journals, ICI. You can see a good journal where I invite you to publish. Acta Politehnica Hungarica, it's for free. You know, other journals I publish in this. Other journals, Informatica, it's also very good. We have many journals, Q2, Q3, studies in informatics and control from Bucharest. Other journals, here is my supervisor, Professor Mircea Ciugudean. He was the first dean of the Faculty of Electronics in Timișoara. And here it's my mentor, Professor Lotfi Zadek, visiting our university when we award him with Doctor Honoris Causa in 2003. In 2011, near Lotfi, when he was 90 years old, and also Professor Michio Sugeno from Japan. Unfortunately, he died 2 months ago. Again with Professor Zadek and his wife, with Michio in Kyoto, 2013. 2016 with Lotfi when he was 95 years old. Next year he died, unfortunately. Here I am with Indian group, maybe you recognize some of them. Participants in that conference, last conference, and also I participate to funeral of Professor Zadek in Baku. Here is my first journal, as you mentioned. This is the second journal. The first journal I have as co-editor-in-chief Anca Ralescu from Cincinnati. Then other journals where I am in editorial boards. I will pass very fast. You can recognize few of them. They are good journals. To Acta Politehnica, I am my associate editor, as I told you. And about the conference that I am organizing from 2005, is soft computing and applications. I am publishing these proceedings first in IEEE, then I switched from 2012 in proceedings in Springer, and some editions had 2 volumes. Here it's edition from 2016. So we are not so many, we are like in a family, you can see they are not all there, but from different countries. And the best student paper in 2016 went to Bangalore, to my colleague Sudar San, and another students from Bucharest. This is 2018 with also professors from Mexico, from China, from Taiwan, Germany, and so on. India. Ravi Gandhi from Ahmedabad. He was in my first course in India in 2016. I was involved in a Gyan course in NIT Silchar, and it was a very nice experience for me. Here it's the edition from 2020 online, completely online, and last edition where we had as guests and also invited for award them with Dr. Honoris Causa, academician Janusz Kaszpik, you know him from Springer, and also an academician from Belgium, from Leuven. You can see my rector in center near me. My rector is specialized in management. Many books, I will not insist on them. I did not put all. One of book that appear in my series in Elsevier. I have 2 series in Elsevier. One is Advanced Computational Biology, with me as responsible. The other one is together with Professor Dumitru Băleanu, Complex Systems. Here it's also an interesting meeting in 2018 in Agartala. I met there Professor Baumik. He came to meet me, and he is the president of association in Fazi and Rafset. He is very active. Just nowadays he is organizing another seminar. So this was the first presentation. Now I will switch to my main presentation. So there are many research projects where I have participated, also many papers, interesting papers, but I consider I will not introduce you, I will make some connections with the presentation by introducing them few ideas at the end. So the presentation is related to Moore laws and their implications in higher technical education. I'm sure you know about Moore law. First law, you will see the second law, and then another derivate law, especially for higher education. How to extend it. So the content of my presentation, you can see systems engineering and the top-down approach, then Moore's laws, and last, the top-down approach in education. So we will start to see what is happening in systems engineering, because it's a topic where you can find a lot of things in all engineering side. So electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, in biology, in chemistry, in management, everywhere you can find systems engineering. I'm sure you have also some classes in this topic, and you know few things. So looking to system engineering, we want to see how we are judging from top down in this discipline, because here it's very pregnant this possibility to study and to understand. Then we will switch to our topic. So systems engineering, it's an interdisciplinary engineering field focusing on how complex projects should be designed and managed over their life cycles. First of all, this term, systems engineering, appeared during the year 40s in Bell telephone laboratories, and you can recognize here a few important figures from that time. So it's about Henrik Baudet, we know, those studying automatics and electronics. Then Nyquist, also you know about Nyquist, Claude Shannon. These three important people work at the moment together and made a lot of advances in stability of systems, especially in amplifiers, Baudet and now Nyquist, and together with Claude Shannon also. But you can see also Werner von Braun, an important name during the Second World War. He was a rival of Baudet, but after that they were working together and appeared first another agency, not NASA, but another one, after that NASA. So they were oriented to space. There are many definitions for systems engineering. It's important that there are some handbooks very well known. This is first definition. So systems engineering, it's an interdisciplinary approach and means to enable the realization of successful systems. This is the conclusion. You can see many other definitions that I am not insisting on. There are some basic tools and concepts discussing about systems engineering. So there are introducing here system modeling and simulation, system architecture, optimization, system dynamics, system analysis, statistical analysis, reliability analysis, decision making, and so on. You can see that book appeared by the help of NASA, Systems Engineering Handbook. We are working under this book. It's for free. You can find it on internet. The book is on the right side. What is interesting here, I will not insist. I hope you can see few figures there. So graphical representation of architecture and information flow. Systems engineering software, especially, we have this discipline too. You can find, just studying, it's also here some references, relationship between common graphical representation in systems engineering. So we are looking to graphical representation. And what is interesting also is that we are looking for more complex control construct because our systems are very complex, highly nonlinear, and we can see behavior characteristic spectrum. So how to move in one direction or in another direction. Everywhere you can see graphical representation. So it's very easy looking to this representation to interpret and to provide a lot of information about your system that you want to design. So some basic ideas in systems engineering. The properties of a system as a whole may greatly differ from the sum of the parts properties. So systems engineering embraces a holistic view. Also systems engineering is fundamentally interdisciplinary. We can find engineering, management, economics, world knowledge. And we can see that we are going in this approach from top to down. So putting such graphical figure, we can understand everything, this system as a whole, and then going down to some parts of the system. So we have less details and more comprehension. Just looking to all this representation, different. I'm sure you know all this kind. In hardware description language, HDL, I'm sure students in electronics know about this, looking how we can think from top to down. On the upper side of the figure, you can see a representation, also diagram representation. We have a description related to behavioral, so functional. What is happening there? It's a simple digital circuit. Two gates, you can see the same representation down on the down part of the slide. It's exactly the same information, also represented with the diagram. So, looking to top, looking to that figure, you understand what is there, everything. But if you want to see in details, we are going down. So, this language is working like this. Looking to a diagram like on the top, we can go down to the details. So what is interesting, customer is interested in behavior, so upper side, and manufacturer is interested in lower side, in architecture. Also it's about a parallel operation. Now about Moore's law. There are two laws and the third law also. You know very well about Gordon Moore, first law, students in electronics. The number of transistors in integrated circuits doubles every 2 years. Unfortunately, Gordon Moore died this year. He saw what is happening related with his law, that is how he's organizing in the integrated circuits, and every year the number of transistors are growing, but it will be also a limit. So second Moore's law, also known as Arthur Rock's law, is the next one. It's good for Andrea. The cost of semiconductor chip fabrication plant doubles every 4 years. In the last decade, Moore's law isn't strictly happening anymore. The silicon-based technology is reaching its physical bound. So, if last year we were at 5 nanometers, this year we are at 3, and in 2024 we will be at 2 nanometers at dimension. This is something going very down, because the neuron dimension is 1 nanometer. So we are going very down to this dimension of a neuron. I told you during our discussions about the project where I was working in the last few years, related to the new devices of the future. So going down, we want to be inspired in our devices by neurons. And why neurons? Because you know, also during Obama administration, and in the same time 2013-15 in Europe, there were many projects related to brain. Same project is now going with a big amount in China. We don't know the amount they introduced for such new research. But we are inspired by our brain, because now the consumption of energy is so big, 10% of the electricity in the world is used for computers, data centers, and such systems. But in 2040, all energy of the world will not be enough for such systems. So for this reason, we need to find some new devices that are working at low power consumption and with a very high reliability, exactly like our brain. So being inspired by our brain that is consuming, do you know how much is consuming a brain, your brain? Maximum 40 watts. And thinking to a device, even very, very advanced nowadays, NVIDIA and so on, it is much more consumption. So, looking into our brains, we discover that, and we know our brain is very reliable. We can do many things in the same time. Also, we can repeat some activities. We can recognize, we can speak many languages and so on. So the neuron is reliable and is working at low power consumption. We were inspired by the axon because the information is transmitted from the body cell over the action. I did not put such information, only I will tell you few things. How is organized the axon? If we are looking to electronic microscopy that was evolving in the last years, we can find that the structure of such a neuron, the axon, it's organized by microtubules that are connecting each other. And if there are some damages there, the information can find another way and can be transmitted over the neuron. This is the idea that inspired us, and we try to model such axon like hammock network that can transmit the information even if 50% of gates are broken. Even in that situation, we can transmit the information from the entrance to the output. Now, going further, we have another Moore law, more than Moore. The Moore's law is now beginning to be revalued in the sense of performance index per chip instead of sheer numbers of transistors per chip. So we are looking to the performance of such devices like microprocessors, DSP, FPGA, and so on. So we are looking to the whole, we are looking from top down. And now the third law is not here. Here it's a figure where we can see how Moore's law is evolving in the last 122 years. So starting from 1990s, it's of course about mechanical domain, first of all, then relay, then vacuum tube, after that 60, 70 transistors, and after 75 integrated circuit going to increase exponentially. Now, due to the popularity of Moore's law, other similar formulations succeeded. So Moore's law for knowledge, this is important because we extend the Moore's law to knowledges. Knowledges are increasing every day, you know very well. How to face to this growing of knowledges. Then it's about Moore's law for everything that address our entire society as a whole. And in the last decade is this topic that I want to propose you, Moore's Law for Education. How to cope with this huge amount of information. How are dealing your professors? What are you doing as students? It's very hard to follow all information that you can find on internet and in books everywhere. In 2001, Moore complained, it's hard to come up with ways to increase productivity in education. He said this. Eventually, one can observe that Moore's law is making its presence felt in education too. There are some books that I put here, but down on this slide you can see a book, No Limits to Learning, Bridging the Human Gap. It was written as a report at the Club of Rome in 1979, and it was written by James Bodkin, Mahdi El-Manshra, and Mircea Malița. He was the former Ministry of Education member of this club. And they discuss about everything that nowadays we arrive all together to global warming, to problems related to energies. And they discuss all these problems at that time. They imagine and they predict them, but most important was what to do if resources are limited, human resources is unlimited. This is the message from them. And I remember, because I read this book at that time, they put some categorization for learning. And they said intelligent learning must be introduced. And there are also shock learning. That means you will learn when there are some shocks in the society. Like nowadays, we need to change our way of learning and to find solution. This is important. And another way of learning is maintenance learning. So this maintenance learning, we know it very well, only communicating, teaching things, but not doing prediction and find some solutions. So, top-down approach in education, thinking to system engineering, we want to introduce that principle to education. So memorizing and accessing knowledge, it's easier nowadays than ever, but because of its huge and still increasing quantity, they often mask the previous one. Young people meet difficulties in education. See there a figure, school dropout. I don't know how much is this percent in India, but I can tell you that in Romania and even in my university, for engineering side, is quite high, 20-25% in the first year. So students stop to learn and they simple school dropout. They find other ways to deal and not continuing education. This is not good. Because we need a lot of engineers. Everywhere in the world we need engineers because production is very important. So what to do and to attract our students to keep them in school? Conventional, the bottom-up teaching, what we are doing nowadays, even begin with the component part of subject gradually building up to the whole. But here I put also some text, I will not introduce it, it's very easy to understand. So in literature we start from the small details, vocabulary, words, and different steps. In engineering solving an algorithm. So instruction-driven through a painstaking repetition, memorization is not good, it's time-consuming. So I changed my way of teaching. I'm not asked memorizing to my students. I am interested in their critical sense and in their creativity, putting them in projects and to work together. I observe very good results. So the analogy is also here with architectural description, looking to bottom-up teaching. The alternative is top-down teaching. Top-down teaching so begins with a large view of the subject, gradually descending to the building blocks, like in systems engineering. So this will motivate our students to learn through direct interaction and own experience. So I consider a professor is very good, not only when he communicates information that can be found on internet or in books. So professor is good when he can communicate his own research, to encourage students to discuss with them and to see creativity there. So analogy with the behavioral description, you remember in systems engineering. And analogy too is when you are reading a scientific paper, how you are reading. First, you will see title, abstract, and then you will go to conclusions. So only if you can find interesting things, you will go to read the whole paper. Otherwise, no. So this is the way, because we don't have enough time to read line by line. We will see if it's interesting and useful for us. So different ways to implement the top-down approach in the engineering education. Our ways to represent knowledge are natural language, visual representation, mathematical modeling. That means alphanumeric and graphical. Solution is orientation towards visual representation and processing of knowledge. So introducing visual representation will be much more useful and interesting for students. Maybe you know also, it's written down in an article that accompanying text-based instruction with a graphic improved students' performance a test by a median amount of 89%. You can see right side, if you give to students only text, simple text, they are not so interested and results are not so good. But introducing some visual representation, you can see increasing in acquiring knowledge. Also, you know very well that 90% of information is transmitted to the brain is visual. 50% of brain surface is used for vision. In the same time, 60,000 times is working faster, our brain, when we can see visual representation. So need to introduce some figures, some graphics, and if we are working like this, we are implementing top-down education. In this figure you can see again mathematical, alphabetical upper side. It's completely all details there. So also digital circuit, let's say. But control engineering, you know maybe about ladder view. It's very systematic and it's a lot of information there down in that down representation. So also Microsoft, speaking to Microsoft, even MS-DOS is very good. We are not using it, because we are looking to windows that is very nicely and with graphical representation. Same explanation in this figure, and for systems engineering visual tools, you can see here also some graphical representation. I can tell you that in our classes, in systems engineering courses, when we give to students to organize some projects, they were very much attracted by this representation, top down, and each one has his own project. So they are not copying each other, they are really interested. It was like such a test for them. Different possibilities, UML, Unified Modeling Language, integration definition, quality function deployment for software side. You can see there all the graphical representation that it's very easy for students to understand and to apply. Our choice will be to turn as much as possible teaching and design toward visual. And soft computing is perfectly matching. Now I will try to link with our research. Is perfectly matching vision science. We are working in our approach with such fuzzy interpolative systems and with control surfaces. So we are going top down. Students can understand very well this representation and how is working a controller, such a way, not going from bottom to top. Here it's our adaptive interpolative control, how is organized, a 3D lookup table, and we arrive to a surface, control surface. And on this surface we can observe how is working the controller, and we can adapt this surface. Of course, we can discover there different regimes, and comparing normal PID with such a fuzzy adaptive controller, how are oscillation bigger, not so big in the second case, and fuzzy controller as a PID supervisors. Here lookup table techniques for those working in automation. So all this important information can be start to teach them, and then students will learn from top to down. Same thing happens with Jerry Mendel, very well-known figure from United States, from Southern California University. He was speaking in the last years about sculpting the state space, that surface, how he can do. And I arrive at the end. These Bologna systems where we are working in Europe, all countries, is introducing some cycles for education. I will go here. So down it's bachelor degree, then master, then doctor degree, like in India, like everywhere. But some feature that are presented down, what can say? Even on the upper side, you can see mass and then elite. So for mass, for preparing students for the bachelor stage, is not necessary to give them so much information and to keep them there with a lot of exams, because industry needs you. So you must be taught with important things to understand everything there, and then if you want to continue, you will do master and you will do, of course, PhD degree. I will stop here. This was my presentation. I hope you enjoy it. And once again, I want to congratulate all here, and especially organizer and all sponsors, because this event was possible. and you must be very lucky to be in this nice campus with good professors to study and to grow in your knowledges. What I wish, it's a wish that we are doing in Europe. Andrea will understand it. I wish you Vivat Crescat Floreat. It's a Latin, there are Latin words. May it live, may it grow, may it flourish. For your conference, for your university. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That virtual tour of your city and the university was really beautiful. I think we were all there with you at that point of time. And the rest of the speech also was very, very useful, very, something that we could relate to because you talked about education and everything. So thank you so much, ma'am. I would now request Professor Andrea Mata to please give us a few words of his wisdom. So, just a brief introduction about Sir. Sir is Professor of Manufacturing and Production Systems at Politecnico di Milano's Department of Mechanical Engineering. He is an accomplished academic and has a background in industrial engineering from the same institution. I welcome Sir.
So it was very exciting day, so at least the starting of the day. And my first impression is that I can feel the energy of a first, of something new that is starting here. This is the first, let me say, international conference on AI, advanced materials and electronic systems, but like every new journey, I feel a lot of energy from the organization, from the invited speakers, and also from the audience, so I can feel this. And this is very positive, because we cannot build anything without energy, we know this. Okay, it's a nature, but it's also something that we should have inside. So this is really a very good starting. And I also see a lot of young students, okay, and I would like to reinforce what Mario was saying before. So during the session, be active, start, ask questions also to the keynote speakers, talk with them in the coffee breaks, ask questions in the presentations. Something is not consistent with your models, why not asking? We are here for discussing, for learning, and we also learn from you. So you will see also later my presentation. So I would say this is a really good starting, and I think that at the end will be even better. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Professor Tamer Ali to please address all of us. Sir is born in Egypt, 1980. He did his graduating in 2022 and emerged as a top performing student. He boasts a remarkable publishing record with over 100 papers, predominantly in Q1 journals, and has actively participated in more than 30 international academic events where he has shared his knowledge and insights. I welcome, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation, Dr. Ajay, the Dean, the President. Thank you very much for the invitation. Actually, I see a lot of power, let's say, for this conference. This is the first version of the conference, and we see this power. What about the next one? What about the next one? So I'm really motivated to see the next version of this conference. The organization is perfect. I'm coming from Saudi Arabia. I'm working Prince Sultan University at Saudi Arabia, but originally I'm from Egypt. I was working in Spain before, University of Girona, and also University of Limerick in Ireland, before landing in Saudi Arabia. Well, I'm looking forward to see what will happen next, because the initial start was perfect, actually. The initial start of yesterday, from the first time to us in the airport, the initial start was perfect. Until now, everything is perfect. I'm looking forward to see what will happen next. This is the first. Thank you, Professor Volunteer, for the speech. It's an inspired speech for sure about the new trends in education. We learn a lot, and everyone here should learn about education. We should apply this type of education. Actually, my field of study, my field of expertise is a little bit away from this. I'm working mainly on mechanics, so it's a little bit more technical, but we are all building blocks to build our education system. So at the end of the day, we are serving the same. So very nice morning for all of you, and for sure we will reach to a very, very, very good and very successful conference. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, moving forward, as we have many keynote speakers and session chairs among us, may I request Dr. N.D. Mathur, sir, to please come on the stage to felicitate Dr. Deepin, our keynote speaker. Thank you so much, sir. May I now request Dr. AIAMMS, sir, Deputy Controller of Examination, to felicitate Dr. Ajit Behra, sir.